How bad is this one? Okay, okay, all right. I'm just gonna take a peek. I'm just gonna take a peek. Okay, we'll see.
How are you, man? Are you doing okay?
I'm doing very well, actually.
Oh God. Okay, never mind. I already want to click
No,
out.
thank
Fuck
God.
me,
Everything's
dude.
great. Real life is good. Content is fun. So yeah, no, can't complain. Can't complain.
What do you got going on in your real life? You have anything you want to share or no?
Not with stream.
Okay.
I shared it with you.
Okay.
To be honest, you know,
Okay.
you
Yeah.
know the thing.
Yeah.
You
You started doing
yeah,
CrossFit.
not publicly.
Shit.
Yeah, that.
That's awesome, bro. I think the
Yeah.
fitness journey is fucking huge, and I'm proud that you finally started. Oh, did you see what happened with Timmy Reviews?
I did see that. That's insane. I saw Hassan basically telling him to kill himself with all of his empathy and leftist love.
Yeah, no, that.
The tolerant left strikes again.
Did you see my tweet on that?
No, I didn't see your tweet.
Yeah, I tweeted out. I'm gonna read it for you. Because Hassan's reaction to Chibi announcing that he almost killed himself was like one of the most it was one of the most inhuman things I've ever seen. So I put out, I don't know, man. Maybe the guy laughing at people's suicide attempts, abusing his dog on stream, saying America deserved 9/11, and encourages audience to kill high.
Oh God. Oh my God. Okay, maybe I shouldn't watch this. I don't know. I feel like I only have so much, I only have so much to spare here. Jesus.
Power American officials is like evil or something. I don't know.
Something like that.
It's like I don't know how this guy keeps on doing all this. You're like, oh, you know what? I just think Hassan's the good guy. I don't know. He's so cute. What are we doing here? Like, you couldn't make like a Disney supervillain look more evil than Hassan does every single stream he goes live. It just makes no sense.
The craziest thing is, like, if they would have a supervillain like be exactly like Hassan, I would say the writing is terrible. This is unrealistic. No one's that evil. He supports terrorists and abuses his dog. Like, there's no way.
Yeah. It's unrealistic. Yeah.
Yeah, I like how these two people, you know what? These predators come in flocks. All right? These predators come in flocks.
Fucking nuts, the current timeline that we're experiencing.
Yeah.
So I believe the other day you said, this was like maybe a couple weeks ago, you said that you wanted to have a call with me where you would quote unquote radicalize me. And
yes.
I believe today you wanted to talk about ICE.
Okay. All right. Do we want to do this?
I'm good with ICE. I'm good with multiple topics. We could do, or we could do multiple episodes if you want. It's totally your call. But I'm happy to radicalize you on various situations.
I'm down to talk about whatever you want to talk about, man. I'm just glad that we're talking. This is nice.
Yeah. 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 Well, we can
no.
talk about ICE or immigration in general, because a lot of people are like debating, and they're all wrong. Okay. The debate should not be what it is, because it's super obvious that everyone that comes into the country illegally needs to get deported.
Yeah, it's very obvious.
Right. Like that's very obvious. Like we have a country, we have borders. You come in illegally, you gotta go. I mean, listen, it's as simple as that.
Yep.
And a lot of people will bitch and cry. Oh no, you're separating families. Well, skill issue. Don't invade another country next time.
Yeah,
right?
It's very,
do it.
And I think that should be the same for every treatment. If I were to invade, Japan illegally to get my Genshin Impact baddies, I would expect to be deported as well. I would not cry, oh my God, you're separating me from my waifu. No, I just wouldn't break the law. I feel it's very cut and dry. I feel like anybody trying to argue against that is just retarded. So then what did you want to talk about?
I totally agree. All right. So when it comes to immigration, there's multiple things going on that aren't being discussed, in my opinion, properly. And that is the fact that some cultures are inferior.
Okay.
All right. Like, this sounds a little bit like the Asmongold take that got him into trouble. But the difference is some cultures are actually just worse, and I don't want them imported here.
Sure.
And I don't think this should be a controversial opinion per se. Like, for example, hypothetically. All right, hypothetically.
Oh, no.
If there was a country where the average IQ in that country was 67, I just wouldn't want those people coming to our...
So their audiences, okay.
IQ in Somalia.
Is that what the average IQ is in Somalia?
Look it up.
Is that real? Hold up. Average IQ Somalia. It says not available. The country's not included in the most comprehensive global IQ rankings. I'm looking for any... Oh, average IQ by country. Hold up. I found it. Let me look this up. Let me pull this down.
Put into an AI. Put into ChatGPT or Grok or something.
I can find several issues with this. Like, even if you're not talking about the racism, you are still blocking out, like, the most talented, most gifted people out from that country, right? Even if even if the average IQ could be, like, 67 or something, like, let's just say that is unironically the case, okay? Like, it doesn't really matter, does it? Because because the people who are going to be coming over are going to be people with like 200 IQ, right? With like 120 IQ. And also IQ is not necessarily, this is going to sound really gay, okay? But IQ really isn't the only indicator of how smart somebody can be, okay? Or how sharp or how witty somebody can be, right? Like I would consider Pisco to be very, very smart. But, you know, we all feel about, we know what we feel about Pisco, right?
Somalia, I gotta find that shit. Would you be able to? What the fuck? Oh my god, they can say that on the map. Look in here.
Oh no, they won't have it on this. No. On the average IQ by country, they don't put Somalia.
Okay.
You go to Somalia, you'll see they have it blank.
Okay, wait, really? Why don't they have it?
They leave it blank on purpose. It's racist.
What the fuck? Okay, yeah, statistics.
Go to Grok.
Okay, Grok.
Go to Grok.
Okay, let me pull up Grok right now. All right, Grok AI.
Oh my god, just go to Twitter, click the Grok tab.
Oh, dude, I don't know how to do that. Just give me a fucking
He's like
second.
42 years old.
Like I'm pretty sure the fucking African immigrants who come over become lawyers and doctors. Not lawyers, but like they become doctors, right? Like they're doctors who like fucking immigrate over to the United States. Like why do they do that? Find the average Tectone fan IQ. I'd be curious. Everybody should take like a little IQ test. Also, not only that, 67? Really? Estimates of the average IQ in Somalia vary depending on the study, with the recent reports and data sets placing in the range of 67 to 84. Okay. Yeah, because they're broke as shit. Wait, what's the point? The people who are coming over isn't like the fucking 67 IQ people. Like, what the fuck?
Hold up, I don't
At least
use
he has his
Jesus.
impact baddies to keep him company.
I don't use Grok for shit. All right, I have it pulled up. We're gonna use
mean,
Grok
good.
to fact check this. All right, what is the average IQ of Somalia?
Are we just hate watching? I'm all for the hate watching, actually.
Oh yeah, 6'7", 6'7". Okay, that's fucking crazy. I don't think there's anything wrong with saying that certain cultures are inferior,
Nice.
especially when cultures are like,
Good one.
oh, if you're gay, we just kill you on the spot. Like I don't see why people would even wince at the idea that some cultures are inferior.
But what if I told you that there were like 50 countries like that, and we're still importing people from these countries?
I would believe you 100%. I believe America is taking on way too many countries when they fucking shouldn't.
Yeah, like it might sound racist, but why take the chance? Like why should we?
That is racist. That is racist. For example, let's just say that there are 50 people in a room, okay? There's 50 people in a room and 49 of them are working class Andes, okay? But the one person is Elon Musk. On average, everybody in the room, right? The average money in the room per person is a millionaire, right? The average person in that room is a millionaire, because if you average out between all 50 people, including that one person who is Elon Musk, right? 49 others who are working class Andes, you would just say, well, it seems as though the average in that room is like a millionaire, is a multimillionaire. Well, that's not exactly true, is it, right? Well, I mean, it's true, but if you look at the median, oh, wait, hold on. The median is it's just, again, this is like statistics fallacies, right? Like this is literally, this is coming from people who do not study or they fundamentally misrepresent statistics in a way where they just don't understand how to interpret numbers or how to interpret statistics or anything. Yeah.
Should we bring people into our country? That makes our country worse. Like, did you know that 85%? Okay, I feel bad for the poor Somalis. I'm going to be picking on them a little bit. Do you know that 85% of Somalis?
Is that someone named Oshwism in my
Are
chat?
on
Fuck
welfare?
me, dude. What the fuck?
Well, I can believe that statistic.
Jesus.
I know they were doing the Somalian daycare fraud, which was fucking disgusting. Let me actually go, what percent of Somalians in America are on welfare?
Like, welfare means your tax dollars are funding them.
Yes, which is fucking obnoxious.
Right? Just like to understand, we're bringing people in, and our taxes
They give out more than we put in.
are paying for their lifestyle.
Jesus, 81%, 89% if the Somalian households have children. No, it's fucking ridiculous. So they're legit just coming to the country and making it worse for everybody else, taking all of everybody else's money. That's fucking crazy.
No, the people who are born here in the United States are going to be more well-educated, more well-fed, and generally perform way better. Okay.
I didn't know it was that bad. That actually is far worse than what I thought. That's fucking crazy.
It is a radicalizing number. Like, you see this and it's like, why are we doing this to ourselves? We're killing ourselves. Now, what do you think happens if we import, let's say, 250,000? I'm going to use Somalis as an example.
Sure.
Right, let's say I bring in 250,000 Somalis into like one small community. Who do you think the elected official is going to be?
I hate these
Somali.
guys.
Oh, yeah, Ilhan Omar, in fact, was elected because the Somali community voted for her. All right, so essentially, now Ilhan Omar is constantly in Congress, and guess what? The number one thing on her mind is that she's fighting for,
Somalians.
as an example,
More
Somalians
welfare.
and immigration and welfare. So essentially, what we're doing is we're taking mass
Bro, maybe Israel is cooked. Maybe Israel really is cooked. If the average person in Israel is Nux Taku, I think Israel is cooked. Okay, I think Israel is cooked. Yeah. I think Israel is cooked. Okay.
Massive communities of foreigners. We're putting them, we as in the Democratic
Fuck me,
Party,
dude.
which left the borders open for 4 years. All right, we are bringing them in. We are putting them in specific areas. All right, to elect their own retards. Okay, so that those retards could fight against immigration policy to bring in more retards to vote for more of them.
Yeah, I mean, I'm honestly not surprised. I mean, it was the same.
And don't
thing
worry, this isn't just Somalians. In fact, I know a certain judge in a certain county in Texas that was elected because of this exact situation as well.
Yeah,
actually.
yeah, I know about corrupt judges very, very, very well. It's also the same thing with the issue
Nice. I hope the judge sues you
with Irna Zaruska,
for defamation.
killer,
Okay.
that was, I believe, released 17 times.
Foodshops, which race has the highest IQ? Like across the world, across the United States? Like what specific are you talking about? You could be talking about anything.
Bad for him just because they're black.
I think it was 24 times.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
24 times. It's crazy because the problem is that people take like judges and officials' opinions as like the be all end all. But at the end of the day, these are people that have agendas that they want to push. And it's not every single judge, it's not every single official, but it's a lot of them. And so a lot of injustice happens because we allow these people to slip through the cracks. And a lot of them are being hired not due to their education, not due to their classification, but they're being hired and put in these positions just because people want to feel good about themselves. And it's honestly making the country worse every single fucking day.
So to be honest, I was going to include that whole speech that you just said in the feminism episode, because feminism is also cancer, and we could talk about that another day.
Is this episodic?
I guess so. What am I supposed to say? There's a lot of retards out there that you're not allowed to talk about.
Of course. No. Okay. Great. Yeah, I'm down. Feminism. Hey, I'm always down to talk about that.
Wait. So you're down to circle jerk with your fucking buddy, but like you're not going to debate Destiny or something? Okay. Jesus.
All right. Well,
I didn't know that we needed like fucking group therapy for feminism and racism. What? I didn't know we needed group therapy for Antifa.
Well, I'm good with that. We could do it now, or we could do it later. But I can tell you a few more facts that will scare the shit out of you in regards to immigration, like even legal immigration. All right.
Sure.
So, for example, did you know that 40% of students in America these days like can't read in high school?
Yeah.
Right? So that's pretty insane.
Like they can't read at a high school level, right? Like they're topping out at an 8th grade English level, I believe it was.
Yeah, something like that.
Yes.
Now, did you know that these statistics are actually including people that have an average IQ of 67?
Nux doesn't sound Israeli. He sounds American because he's probably like an Israeli person who is terminally online the entire time.
Yeah, I believe I've looked into this as well. I believe it was if you exclude certain races. So, like for example, the United States reading level is incredibly low, but if you just do the average IQ or the average reading level of the white people in America, it's actually one of the highest in the world, I believe.
Right. So, isn't that a little interesting that we're constantly talking about how shitty the United States is, but it's not because of the Americans?
If we want to exclude groups of people to reduce crime or something, shouldn't we just like deport all men? Shouldn't we just like deport all men because men commit all the crime and the rapes and everything? Like, shouldn't feminism be the prevailing ideology throughout all fields or some shit?
That is shitty.
I don't know.
No, yeah, of course. And everybody knows that if they're not fucking brainwashed on Twitter.
Well, a lot of people are brainwashed on Twitter.
Yeah, they are, of course. American bad. And the first thing you think of as America is white people. But white people are catching and white people are catching all the flack of shit that white people didn't fucking do. I mean, it's the same thing with slavery that I've talked about many
that's a funny
times.
one.
Oh, that's fucking ridiculous. Dude, the only people who get guilted on earth for slavery is white people, when in reality, they were the ones who abolished it. And it was also black people who sold black people into slavery, not fucking whites. It's crazy.
Yeah, but also slavery was literally the first ever business. It was the first, humans were the first commodity that were bought and sold, right? Slavery is like
I've actually never heard of this. Wait, can you expand about that? I've never heard of that.
Well, if you think about it, back in the good old days, you had the chief, all right? He was the guy that was in charge because you always need a leader. Everyone thinks that you could live in a communist utopia with no leaders, but that's a fairy tale. That cannot be. All right, someone's going to break the law. You're going to need someone with the force to actually stop them from breaking the law. In order to have a society, you need a leader. Now, if you have a leader, then that means you have people that are subservient. If you have people that break the law, you could sell them. You could enslave them, right? I have a nice house, and I need that guy, and I need to clean my house. And that guy is a... Well, why kill him if he could clean my house for me, right? And they would sell them. Human beings, before any inventions, all right, where we were selling pots and pans, we were selling people.
We were selling people before pots and pans. I never thought I would ever hear a sentence like that.
Slavery is the oldest commodity.
Yeah, what time period was this? Do you know?
Well, if you look at the Bible, right, Joseph was sold into slavery, and that was over 3,000 years ago.
Oh my. Yes, the Bible totally happened.
I've actually never looked at the start of slavery. That's actually very interesting. Hold up.
So
Nux Taku Israeli? Isn't he Jewish? Wait, like in the Old Testament,
Slavery
right?
was essentially the first ever human commodity. The idea that it's like a white person thing is ridiculous.
Job was also sold into slavery, right?
Job, I don't think was sold into
No,
slavery.
I know he got sent to fuck. He shit. There was the story of Job. I read
Okay, so it's not actually, guys, this might be a surprise, okay? But I just searched it up. It's not actually the first commodity.
this whole fucking thing. It was awesome.
How do you even like determine what the first commodity even is? Like when caveman 1, when grunt, okay, and grunt, okay, are trading rocks with one another, okay? That's probably the first commodity, okay? They're like, your shiny rock, me want shiny rock. And it's like, oh, here, me give two stick for shiny rock. That's probably the first commodity, okay? That's probably not human beings, okay? Gonna be real.
Joseph was sold into slavery. Then all of the Israelites were the slaves to the Egyptians, and they fought and they freed themselves. But yeah. So like slavery is ancient, right? Blaming white people for slavery is insane. It was a commodity that was done by basically every single human culture.
Sex work is usually thought to be the first profession. Now that's surprising. First commodity could have been sex. That makes sense. That also makes sense because where else do marriage gifts come from, right? When where did that tradition come from, right? Betrothal gifts and stuff like that when it comes to marriages.
Every culture had slaves.
Well, I mean, the problem is that Americans are being taught a augmented version of reality. Our history books aren't written by what happened. Our history books are written by the victors. And it's still, I mean, I remember these textbooks when I was in like 5th, 6th.
Also, even if slavery was the first commodity, does that make it okay? Like back in the day, we had wars, right? Should we just like bring wars over to territory disputes back? Like, is that okay? Like, do we want people to die?
7th grade, where it was taught to us that we were the ones who,
The earliest commodities was barley and cattle, pigs, rare seashells, and metals.
Started all of this shit. It is kind of it's
in
scary.
fact, they're still slaves. I mean, Afghanistan recently re-legalized slavery, for example.
Well, now did Afghanistan legalize slavery? I haven't heard that either. I know Africa still has slaves. I didn't realize Afghanistan did that as well.
Also, why does any of this matter? Like, why does any of this matter? Are people going around blaming white people these days for slavery? Like,
Afghanistan
is this
did
a thing?
and then they have like these indentured servants, like in Qatar and Dubai, that they bring in from India, and they just basically keep them in giant slave camps to work on their shit.
So it's January 2026. The Taliban introduced a new criminal procedure code that has been widely criticized by human rights groups for effectively legitimizing or recognizing slavery through its language and structure. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Damn. That's fucking wild.
And it's still going on in a lot of different places. In fact, Hassan Piker, everyone's favorite leftist streamer, the dog shocker, you might have heard of him. He recently went to Qatar, right? He went to Qatar for this entire.
Shadow slavery is uniquely inhumane. These guys are retarded. Yeah. Wait, is it true that the way that America did slavery was like uniquely insane? Was it? I honestly don't know. But yeah. I'm gonna get a glass of water, okay? All right, I'm gonna be right back. Is this live? Yeah. Hi. What's up? Bonjour.
Like political summit for retards. And the craziest part of it all was he actually was talking to his chat about how immigration is really good in Qatar because most of the work is done by immigrants. The immigrants are slaves.
Wait, no.
And slavery is like bad, right? So we're talking about this because slavery is like bad, right? We're talking about it like this because slavery is bad, right?
I was shocked. He was using Qatar as his example. It was his example of how immigration is good for society. They are brought in as indentured servants, forced to work. So I was literally in shock. And his audience, they're all just like, wow, immigration, wow. And it's like, no, not wow. No, they're not on welfare. Are you kidding me?
Oh shit!
They're not on welfare, buddy.
That's fucking nuts. Holy shit! No, I mean that sounds about right. You made a video on this, surely?
Yeah, I brought that up.
How long ago was this?
Oh, this was recently. This was like a week or two ago.
Have you ever seen the race map of the United States, or the race map of the globe?
They're all the same map.
I know.
They're all the same map.
I know.
It's so sad.
It is,
but it's real, right? And acknowledging that it's real is not being racist. That's just being honest.
Yeah, that was one thing, Chad. I'm not sure if you've ever seen this. Look up the race map of the world, and then look up the IQ map of the world, and then overlap them.
All right. Well, there is actually a reason why certain cultures have lower IQs than other cultures, and this is also
I know this one.
a little bit
Oh no. Are we really gonna go back to race realism? My dude. Oh my god. Why are these the only statistics? Why are these the only statistics they talk about? Also, it's so heinous how they're vibing out. They're like vibing out to like evil, you know? It's like the most cursed version of like vibing out. It's the evil version of vibing out to something. It just feels so heinous, like to witness this. It's like a meeting of like very cursed of very cursed minds. Okay, it feels diabolical. It feels cursed. Like the atmosphere and the vibes are putrid and oh yikes. I don't even know. What the fuck?
Radicalized.
No, I thought this is due to the fact. What was it? It was something involving agriculture.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that's an excuse.
Okay, yes,
That's the excuse.
Yeah, so can you explain? Because I was looking at this myself because I've been trying to inform myself as much as possible. If you want to explain the
Yeah, this is the alien vibing with Predator. It's like a face hugger vibing with the Predator. That's what it feels like.
agriculture and why people excuse the difference in IQ.
Right. So there are a few excuses. One is that obviously, well, they didn't have
Get me
tools
out of
developed as
here.
well, and the agriculture wasn't as good, so therefore they weren't able to take the time to hone their IQs, and like that is a possible explanation. I'm not
Yeah.
going to deny it.
Yeah.
But there's also a very real other explanation that's undeniably true.
Okay.
Yeah,
Do you want to
look
look up the percent of people in Pakistan that are inbred?
I've actually never even considered this. Yeah, the agriculture.
Bro, we just keep on. It just keeps getting worse. Keeps getting worse. It keeps getting worse. It unironically just keeps getting worse. It actually just keeps getting worse.
thing made sense to me. If you
It's like a train crash. It's like a train crash that we can't keep our eyes away
don't
from.
need to rise to the occasion, then you'll never learn. And if you never have to learn, then you'll kind of be stuck in your ways. How high is
So that is true, but IQ is also genetic.
For
all
sure.
right? Like
Yeah.
if your parents are smart, chances are you will be smart. Now, if you
61% inbred?
Yeah. So what I'm trying to say,
Holy
again, it's a little
fuck.
radicalizing, isn't it? So now the craziest thing is, let's say hypothetically you have two cousins that decide to get married. The chances of your child, of these cousins' child being mentally stunted in some way is much higher. It's about 3 times higher to get birth defects. The chances of being violent increases dramatically because they're inbred, right? It's
Yeah,
a
of
bad
course,
thing.
of
I
course.
would, right?
Yeah.
And IQ dips. Now, what if I told you that Mohammed,
Is there a checklist? I wouldn't be surprised if they were running down like a Google Doc.
please be upon him,
Fuck
was
me, dude.
he married one of his cousins. So it is a very big culture in a lot of Islamic countries.
Bro, okay. Are we gonna pretend? Are we actually going to pretend that Europeans didn't fuck the shit out of their cousins and sisters so then they can retain family wealth in the royal family? Are we actually also, all right, Nux Taku, Israeli Jew, okay? Are we going to assume that the Jews themselves don't have a little bit of a problem with, how do I put this? Jews have a, how do I put this? Ashkenazi have a problem with, like, Jewish people issues. Okay, you guys get what I mean, right? Yeah.
Countries where they marry their cousins. So in Pakistan, for example, where over 60% of the people are inbred, this is after 1,400 years of inbreeding too. Like
This is great.
Bro, you don't need to look at that for examples of inbreeding, okay? Just look at Tectone, all right? Tectone and Nux Taku are like the ultimate examples of inbreeding. Like, this is the bottom of the barrel, okay? Like, this is literally the bottom of the barrel. Tectone is the ultimate result of generations, okay? Entire millennias of inbreeding, okay? Of nonstop inbreeding, okay? And Nux Taku is probably the generations of I can't say it.
We've been inbreeding for 1,400 years.
Yeah, so the average inbred percent of the United States is 0.1 to 0.2%.
Right. So, people make fun of Alabama.
That's
and
what
white
I was
people for
thinking.
incest.
I
right?
think it'd be
like,
way
again,
higher.
it's all projection. It's all projection. All right. You make fun of Alabama. All right. And it's
Yeah, I guess it is all projection. I feel like absolute cinema. This is cinema. It's cinema. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. It's fucking cinema.
0.1% inbred. And then you look at Pakistan where it's 65% inbred, 60 to 65%, and it's
Oh my
diabolical.
God.
Now, if you want to know something that's truly terrifying, because I'm bringing this all back to immigration,
Okay.
look up the percent of Pakistanis in the United Kingdom that are inbred.
Okay.
The loud typing is sending me, bro. The loud typing is too much. Like, the loud typing needs to stop. Bro, the aggressive passionate typing of looking up race statistics. Oh my god! It's like the only thing they Google.
Percent of Pakistanis in United Kingdom.
Oh.
Because there's now about 7% of England is Pakistani. 7%.
Yeah, I believe it was what 56 million population in 2020 to now 74 million in 2026, and I believe the British population was 97% 60 years ago, and now it's 35.2% as of 2026. So there's a lot of immigrants, a lot of them migrated to Britain over the years. It looks like 40 to 60% of British Pakistanis.
So it seems like, right? So, and we saw that in Pakistan itself, it's 60%, and here it's 40 to 60%.
Yeah.
Right. So essentially, they're not really assimilating into culture, you know, because they're literally fucking their cousins.
Yes.
Right.
Wow.
So this is aside from like potential gangs and stuff like that, which I don't want to get into.
On this episode.
This is insane.
Yeah.
This is insane.
No,
like we should not be importing people into our countries that are not willing to integrate into our societies. And they're doing the opposite of integrating into our societies. They're quite literally only integrating with their cousins.
Yeah, you ever played that game?
So,
what's it called? Was it called? Chad, we talked about this game the other day. It was called. You ever play that game where it's like you have like this virus and you have to spread it to different countries, and once you spread it around the entire world, you win. You know what game I'm talking about?
That was COVID.
Plague Inc. Yeah, COVID. You ever play Plague Inc?
Plague Inc.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, it's kind of like they send in these immigrants to these other countries, and then all these other countries or these immigrants that come in, they have 12 kids before we have one kid, and then it just like slowly starts to swarm and overtake them. And I can't believe what the United Kingdom looks like right now, man.
What level of racism do we call this, guys? Like, what level of racism should we call this? I don't know what level we're on now. What?
I honestly cannot believe like the streets of the United Kingdom are fucking crazy.
Look up how many rapes happen in London. Not all of the United Kingdom, just London per hour on average.
This is gonna make me really sad. I'm not gonna lie. This one is gonna bum me the fuck out if it's really that high. In London per hour. Like, that's a fucking crazy ass shit to even Google. Wait, what? Hold up. There's a every hour?
Every 54 minutes, there's a in London.
That's fucking insane.
They probably report it more, okay? The police is probably diligent in registering it. They probably have some fucking random fucking local law in which they have in which literally any kind of domestic assault, like any kind of sexual assault, even if it's not, is going to be considered under rape or something. Like I remember like that was I remember that there's a bunch of like fucking little statistics and little like fucking deviancies in like laws and local registry kind of type shit where some police whatever are much more diligent about reporting things and logging it, and it's a broad category and that's why it is the case or something like that. Oh yeah, like forceful kissing is and it's within like an insanely dense population. So 1 per 45 minutes. Is it really that much? Like, is it really that much? Really? Really?
And it turns out a lot of it is from, you know how like, people in America do like the 13% of ninjas do about 50% of the black magic or whatever the joke is?
Yeah,
right? You know
the dark wizards. Yeah.
The dark wizards, of course.
Yeah.
So in England, 7% of the population does 70% of the raping.
Bro, why? Just why are we doing this? Stats for NYC. Yeah, but then they would just point at that and go like, oh, well, it's because NYC has full of black people, right? Like, NYC stats is probably even, like, also really high. 5.8 reported a day. Oh. Yeah, like again, like, they would probably, because they think it's a liberal city, right?
Shut the fuck up. No way. That's...
By the way, okay, I'm explaining them because I think that you guys deserve to have a more nuanced explanation, okay? Like, I don't think you guys should ever explain any of this to these guys.
That's
okay,
crazy.
And the reality is,
just don't do it.
Different cultures,
55% of the rapes are from white men, but what about 45%?
Rape was not
what about the other 45%? Huh?
Because it's not. I've actually heard this. I heard that isn't a bad thing in certain countries.
Well, in Somalia,
of course, it's Tone that's saying this. Oh my.
For example.
Lord.
Was legal 6 years ago. Not just like not a bad thing, legal. It wasn't criminalized.
And that's bad, right? And that's bad, right? And that's bad, right?
At all.
What?
6 years
right?
Ago. I've never heard of this either. Hold up. Let me just.
When was illegal?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I've never heard of this, which I really feel like I would have because my TikTok or my Instagram feed is crazy.
Look, man, we need a little more racism on mainstream to like actually understand what's going on in the world.
Okay, let me see this.
Right, so current legal status, it's illegal.
Yes,
about 6 years ago, I think, in like 2019 maybe.
Was legal in Somalia in the
I think it's right there. It says there was a progressive rape and sexual offense act in 2018 that criminalized It's right there on your previous
Hold
thing.
up. Let me see if this one makes it easier. Criminalize key details, narrow details, Puntland, and accidental effect. I'm trying to find this work. Enforcement reality. Laws were poorly enforced due to conflict. It was illegal through the framework of colonial era 1962, limited consent, ignoring many aspects, and rarely applied effectively amid Somalia's instability. Reforms, regional law 2016-2018, stalled federal bill, began addressing gaps, but full modernization didn't happen there. The mirrors broader human right challenges rather than any policy permitting. I'm trying to find anything that can confirm that.
If you scroll up to your previous one,
okay,
and look at there where it says 2018.
2018. Let me control F. Okay, this is percent of people inbred, regional variations.
Just we're on a delay. So
this is right here.
Wait, and they're asking Grok, literally the most mind AI out there. Fuck me,
Somalian
dude.
self-defense independent, not organized internationally, passed a progressive rape and sexual offenses act in 2018, first in Somali history. Criminalized. Oh my God! Wait, so they only criminalized it in 2018?
Yeah. So again, if you're importing people from a country where it wasn't criminalized, like, do we really think that they're not going to? In fact,
no, because it's how they talk.
Wait, but it was criminalized, right? Like you just read it, it was criminalized.
In fact, there was recently a situation where a Somali immigrant, a kid in, I'm pretty sure it was in Minnesota, and they arrested the guy, obviously, and the entire Somali community came together to release a letter to the government saying that he's actually like a really super good guy. See, if I knew a guy that I would
Never heard of that, but if it happened, then it's bad.
not be writing letters defending the guy personally, because I wouldn't think he was a very good guy.
Yeah, you think. That's fucking insane. Well, I mean, to be honest, the world doesn't shock me anymore, man. I mean, after all, I mean, Chibi Review's friend group picked the other guy who fucked his wife because he was better at Marvel Rivals. So, you know, I mean, human beings shock me every single fucking day. No, I mean,
True.
The woman,
and
am I
because of
right?
these, like, layers and layers of honestly, social manipulation and emotional blackmailing, because that's essentially what's going on. To convince you not to even talk about this, right? Like they say that if you say that some cultures are inferior, that makes you a racist, right? You're not allowed to discuss this, right? White people are bad because of slaves and stuff like you watch like Netflix, and the UK recently released a Netflix show about how there's this one dude who watched Andrew Tate and became a racist, and he's like a white kid, and the entire like British right-wing community lost their mind because quite literally it's not Andrew Tate that's causing white kids to rape people. That's not the main issue in the United Kingdom.
Yeah.
You know.
What? But he certainly perpetrates negative stereotypes, right? I mean, he's not exactly a saint.
They keep trying so hard to push this fake narrative, quite literally.
Well, I mean, white people have been experiencing white guilt for, you know, probably like centuries at this point. You know, everybody likes to call.
All right, well, it makes sense that you say centuries because you thought that World War II was centuries ago. So that makes sense.
Yeah.
I really think that if I had to like just say where I think this started, I think this started after
World War II.
Where
Same brain. There it is. Yep, 1939 through 1945. Because now everybody's afraid of being called a Nazi.
That's right, and essentially, it just I think it was like, Hitler was a white guy. We all need to cuck ourselves forever.
Yep.
What? Do you think that people go after Hitler because he was white? Like do you think that Hitler was killing based off of only whiteness, or? Oh man.
I'm gonna prove that I'm anti-racist by importing infinite rapists into my country.
Domain expansion, infinite. My
so
God,
sad,
bro.
but it's true, bro.
My curse technique.
So sad.
Look at how good of a person I am. Yeah, no, it's crazy. What are your thoughts on Hitler, man?
Well, I thought he was honestly a massive failure.
A massive failure in what? Was he not efficient enough, or did he not finish his task before the time was up, or?
In general, like if you look at what he did, he cucked all of white people. All right, like
I don't think that's the first thing that people typically name on the top of their heads. I really don't think that's the first thing that people think of off the top of their heads. I'm gonna be real.
Let's be real. He did that.
He did
destroyed
cuck us
Germany.
pretty hard. He did cuck us pretty hard.
Yeah, he cucked.
He cucked us? Who's us? Wait, what? Am I hearing this correctly?
All of white people. He destroyed Germany. He killed millions of Jews and gypsies. And he started a war.
You'd say millions?
I would say millions. Yeah.
I've heard a different number, but maybe that's for another topic.
Yeah, we could do a Holocaust debate at some point. I'm totally good with that. Look, this is America. This is America.
Yeah. I know, it was America, man. Yeah. Fuck, bro. Dude, the whole fucking my Instagram feed is so cooked, bro.
What the
it's
fuck?
so bad, bro. It's so bad. Like hearing the Hitler debates has kind of been it's very interesting to me, man. I would love to talk about.
What do you mean? What? Guys, what is going on right now? What the?
About that more often at a later date.
Yeah, sure, absolutely.
I feel like you're kind of biased though.
I am biased. My grandparents' entire families were all killed. So yeah.
I feel like maybe you don't like the guy.
Hitler, yeah, no, he was a pretty bad guy from my perspective. But then again, once again, biased. I will admittedly biased.
Guys, I'll say it too. I think Hitler was a pretty bad guy.
Wow,
I
controversial.
know. I'm very brave. Yo, Andrew.
But Hitler.
Legal Mindset, what up,
Hitler
dog? Good to see you, man. Sorry, Legal Mindset's a chat. I love that guy. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, same. Hitler did not shock his dog.
That's true. That's true. Yeah. Do you think he would have? Man, imagine Hitler as a live streamer.
Bro, Hitler loved his dog.
I'm actually curious. Maybe you'll know more about this. I've done a little bit of research into this. I'd love to hear your thoughts. You know the books that they burned?
Yeah.
Yeah. Were those about being transgender?
A lot of them were. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I wanted to make sure I didn't get conspiracy pilled. That's also what I found as well. It's actually very interesting. Yeah, but no, I do.
So Nazism was really about that there was a lot of like they said that it's a superior race and other races were degenerate, and that included Jews and gypsies and also included gays and transgenders. And yeah, they went to war, they lost, and they destroyed Europe.
Kind of a big L, low key.
It was a big L.
Yeah, Hitler lost hella aura during all that shit, bro.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if that's the way I would describe Hitler.
Especially when he allegedly killed himself.
Allegedly. That being said, it is kind of fucked up, man, because now I can never rock his mustache. You do that little square, you can never do it because
dude,
Hitler
that guy ruined the mustache.
I know. No, and it was cool, bro. It looked good, but now nobody can do it anymore. Otherwise, they're a fucking white supremacist. Big L, bro. Big L.
Nice.
Yeah.
Fucking.
Dude, he ruined Germany, white culture, and that mustache.
I know, bro. It's just fucked up.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
He also ruined the first name Adolf, to be honest.
Which is also a great name. Also, what was I gonna say? Who do you think, off the top of your head, like the 5 worst human beings in history are, like of every era?
I have no idea. There were a lot of human beings, and there were a lot of really bad ones.
Would Hitler be your number 1 as a worst human being?
So I guess it depends how you define bad, right? It depends how you define evil.
The person who's
right?
done the most...
the amount of casualties that he did.
Really? What do you mean? You wouldn't say that Hitler is like easily top 5, if not number 1, or like what?
Or
what?
someone that inherently was a really, really bad guy, because he disgraced God.
Oh.
Like, how do you define evil? Like, again, Mao, Stalin, Hitler, they were all bad. Their casualties were in the millions. And so just...
Wait, so other cultures could be inferior to yours, right? Which implies that you're a moral objectivist, right? Because you think that your culture is the most superior compared to other people. But then you're like, oh, wait, the meaning of bad is like relative? Like, dude, what are we talking about? Like, bitch, it isn't that hard, okay? Just use the same fucking moral standard and framework that you already used before to evaluate this. Like, what? Why are you thinking about it like this?
Sheer numbers wise, I don't think anyone was as evil as those guys. But as far as like small acts that could be considered unbelievably evil, against God, let's say, I would argue, people like in biblical times that, like there was this one king, Manasseh, that he had sex with his mother, not because he liked it, but because he wanted to spite God. That's pretty evil.
That sounds awesome. What? He had sex with his mom to spite God? That goes so hard, though. That kind of goes so hard, though. What?
No, he didn't kill 60 million people like Stalin, but that's pretty evil,
Grok is telling me that there's some guy. I feel like if I read this name, I'm going to lose a lot of Chinese sponsors. Hold up. I don't want to.
Yeah, probably.
I don't want to lose any sponsors. I really don't want to lose. I already have 0, bro. I can't afford to lose.
So actually, if you really want to freak out, Hassan Piker cosplayed as that guy during the Streamer Awards because he's such a fan of communism.
Wait, Hassan Piker
he cosplayed against one of the worst guys ever. Yeah.
Did Hassan cosplay as Mao?
Dude, you don't need to grok this. Just look it up. Come on, man. You're gonna let Grok decide? It's gonna be like, well, actually, it was a traditional Chinese thing.
What is my name? The problem is, I don't want to look at the Streamer Awards, man. I don't want to see that one. I'm good. I believe it though. I'm actually aware of that. That's crazy.
Yeah, and like he got the little red book in China, and he was like soying out. He's like, whoa, that's awesome.
Yeah, I heard about that as well. Out of curiosity, do you still get sponsors?
Yeah.
Damn, really?
Typically, sponsors don't really have much standards because the payout that the sponsors get is like way more depending on like how much audience you have. Okay, like sponsors could back out, but typically they're much more likely to back out if there's like public pressure or something. Like if people don't notice how bad or heinous the person is, and like if people don't notice that, you're probably gonna still get sponsors like all the time. That's probably still gonna happen because if you have an audience that's big enough, even if you're a neo-Nazi, you're still gonna be getting sponsors. Like you might not get every sponsor, especially like the more woke like groups or whatever, but yeah, you're gonna still get sponsors. It's not yeah, it's not hard for people like at that size, whatever. Yeah.
Yeah. I need to submit one actually today. Yeah,
Wait, hook a brother up. What the hell?
absolutely. I got you.
Oh!
My sponsor guys are Jews now, so it's diabolical.
Yeah, yo, hook a brother up, man. I love the Jews.
I mean, that's kind of a L.
Oh,
But
dude.
I just
Jesus.
condemned Hitler, so this is great.
Yep, hey, yeah, I think Hitler
This
was
is huge.
bad. Yep, Jews, good people. Yes, sir. What did you think about Andrew Tate and all them playing the song?
Oh
in
my
the
god!
clubs?
So I'm actually glad you asked because I
Yeah.
have a very nuanced opinion.
Okay.
I believe in the First Amendment, freedom of speech. They had every right to play the Hail Hitler song, and the people in the clubs also had the First Amendment and had every right to ban them from the clubs. All right,
Yep.
I'm not offended. I think it's funny, all in all. And the fact that they all crashed out that they got banned is hilarious because they had the right to play it. They had the right to ban them. It was just a really funny situation.
What do you think of the song?
It's a bit of a banger. Not gonna lie. Like I understand the.
dude, what is wrong with these people? Are you guys okay? Like, I don't blame anybody for like liking a song or anything like that. But like, you two, you need to, bro. You guys are like this. Like, what is this really your sense of humor? Like, oh my god, you guys are so cringe. Oh my god,
Bit of a
Jesus.
banger.
It low key, a little catchy, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Do you sing along?
To some of it. Yeah, in my opinion, the worst part of the song is when Kanye's admitting to being a cuck and shit, and I'm like, all right, whatever.
Yeah, that's the only part
Whatever.
that you skip. That's the only part that you skip.
That's the bad part.
Bro, this is the worst thing I've ever seen. Okay, and I've seen a lot of diabolical shit in my career.
I guess I can't.
Can't be a cuck, bro, but the rest of the shit, how bad it really is.
The cuck part's too far. It's too far.
Yeah, man, dude, cuckoldry is really becoming a lot more widely accepted, and it's making me fucking disgusted. It's the same thing. Have you seen that TED Talk about that one chick trying to
I really don't think I don't think that there is a movement to celebrate cuckoldry like you think it is, okay? Or like, do you even know what cuckoldry is? Like, do you like? Oh man.
humanize and rationalize?
No, what?
Yeah,
Who?
there's a TED Talk saying that like are people too, and they can't help it. They're just born this way.
Oh, TED Talk.
Yeah.
Oh, this is. Oh, did you ever hear of NAMBLA?
No.
I mean, you know what? I'm just not gonna say anything, okay? It's okay.
Look
It's fine.
up NAMBLA. NAMBLA. Look up NAMBLA.
What is NAMBLA? I know what a map is, but I don't know what fucking NAMBLA is.
Woo, NAMBLA was an entire
NAMBLA?
movement.
North America. What the fuck? North
was a
American
gigantic-
Man Boy Love Association?
That's right. It advocates for. It is a
What
advocacy
the
group.
Fuck. Hold
Yep.
up.
They were like, well, actually, it's just a sexuality, just like anything else.
Oh god. Chris Hansen Chris Hansen has been a disaster on the human race. Holy shit. Chris Hansen has absolutely fucking corrupted everyone's minds on fuck me, dude. Oh lord.
Dude, that's the problem. Is that I feel so fucking passionately about this. I hate when people say, "Oh, I was born this way. I can't change it." Well, I'm sorry, bro. When it comes to the safety of children, you're gonna have to get the fuck over it. I find it insane how 99.9% of
But it protects children too, right? If they get the help and community support that they have, right? It also prevents children from being victims of them. Because when people are alone and they're isolated, then they're going to, they're going to be turning towards more extreme things. I just happen to think about the safety of children, actually. I think children being safe is a good thing. And I think that, that's a good thing. Okay.
mental illnesses, people will tell you to not listen to. But there's, a very select one that people tell you, oh yeah, no, listen to it. Cut off your penis right now. I think it's fucking insane, bro. Now, once again, if you're above 18...
if you want my stance on it, I think that this is an offshoot of feminism. All right. So there is a big
Men, okay? An offshoot of feminism. Fuck me, dude.
No, wait, no,
society.
we can't talk about feminism yet. We're saving it for the next episode.
All right, we're saving it for the next episode. All right, fine.
Yeah,
But yeah, no.
yeah.
Anyway, we have just affirmed people's mental illnesses now, or something, because it's like people. There's a difference between being kind and being nice. Being kind is when you
Yeah, it's always the red states that has the lowest age of consent. Makes you think.
do the right thing for somebody, and being nice is just like saying yes, of course. You should
Yeah,
let your
dude.
penis out.
The whole
Of
idea,
course.
and like telling this shit to, what was it, 96%?
Like, has anything that they've seen has anything they've said so far like accurate in any way. Like, they have not been accurate in any way, right? Like, pretty much. Like, I can't even think of one thing that they have been accurate on, okay? Not a single caricature of, like, any left-wing movement or any kind of representation of progressive values or anything like that they have been accurate on. Like, all of it is just fighting strawmen.
Of Netflix Kids has like
Lord.
pro-transgender topics discussed in all the Netflix Kids shows.
Well,
It's like,
well,
bro,
if you think about it, if there's a culture that prioritizes castrating
Also, again, all right, it's always the projection is real, okay? It's the people who talk about protecting kids the most that go after kids, all right? I mean, that's why we have the bald over here and the lolly groomer, all right, Nux Taku. That's why they're talking about it like this, okay? They're projecting, all right?
children and not getting married and aborting your babies, then how do they breed?
they don't.
Through grooming. They're vampires.
Oh yeah, true grooming. Yeah, yeah. Nah, it's just bad,
Did you quit infield? No.
bro. Because like, once again, if you're
I play infield like today, off stream.
18 and up, do whatever the fuck you want. But when it comes to the safety of children and putting that shit into child's minds at such an early age, it's like, dude, when I was a little kid, I thought I was fucking Goku. Okay, I was convinced that I could go into the bathroom and I was convinced that I could do the fucking Kamehameha. If you are telling every children, oh, if you think you're a dog, you are a dog. Oh, if you think you're a girl, it's not because you just like girl things. Or if you think
Transgenderism is medically backed.
that you're a boy, it's not just because you're a tomboy. It means you actually are the other thing. It's like, why are we telling kids this? All of this.
I'm gonna go a step further. All right.
Sure, go ahead.
And this is something I thought a lot about. Like, there's a part of me that wants to say, look, if you're an adult, you could do whatever you want. It doesn't affect me. It's not my business. However, I believe that it does affect me because I think it does go downstream, and I think that once we're telling adults, oh, you could cut your penis off and publicly.
You know what else goes downstream? Your mom's pussy. Whoa. No, like what else goes downstream, right? Trump, right? Whenever Trump advocates for violence, okay, or when he enables or apologizes for violence, that shit is downstream too, right?
You run around and cross-dressing and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I think once we're already normalizing it to such a crazy degree, I think it does go downstream, and I think it does affect everything. So I personally am against the idea of transgender surgery, even for adults. Personally, that's my take. I know that it's a controversial one. A lot of people will disagree. I personally believe so. Like, for example, if you had an 18-year-old and he was like, I identify as future Gohan that lost an arm, and therefore he goes into a hospital and says, I identify as future Gohan that lost an arm. I want you to cut my arm off. He's an adult. He's consenting.
Yes.
Should the doctor listen to him and cut his arm off?
Bro, the worst part about all this is that Nux thinks he's cooking. The worst part is that Nux actually thinks he's cooking. He thinks that he's spitting right now. He thinks that he is spitting the truth.
To affirm his identity?
Fuck me,
no.
dude.
So from my perspective, that's the same idea.
Yeah.
Right? It's a mental
So-
illness,
so-
and I feel
so
terrible
let-
for them. I don't hate trans people. I don't. I pity them. I pity them that they are manipulated by society and that no one's willing to tell them the truth.
We're in the same
Damn.
boat. I obviously thinks it's stupid as shit, but if I were to meet
Based.
one in real life, and I'm friends with a trans person, I do just feel bad, right? But
Guess which trans person that is. Joking. He's not friends with me. Okay, stop.
I'm not gonna be like, oh fuck you, I'm gonna fucking punch you in the fucking nose, and I'm gonna beat
Fuck
the
me,
shit
dude.
out of you, and I'm gonna fucking shit.
That
on
was a
you. I
joke,
also
okay.
feel fucking horrible because it's the way they were lived, it's what they were taught, and it's what they were convinced that they were, when in reality they just aren't.
Right. I'm not sitting here saying that to shit on trans people. I don't shit on trans people on an individual basis. I feel bad for them. I think it's like I wouldn't shit on schizophrenic people for being schizophrenic.
I'm not schizophrenic, by the way. Just want to clarify that. I thought I was.
Yeah, I know. I heard
Cool.
the update. You were stabbed in the face. It's different. Yeah,
I
okay.
thought I was.
I heard the lore.
Do people actually believe that, or?
Yes, and it makes a lot of sense. I think maybe because, dude, you know what it was? So I was I think I was like
By the way, if you don't know what he's referring to like how he was stabbed in like the right or left eye or something as a kid, and that apparently causes like visual hallucinations and delusions or some shit. I don't know. It's some fuck ass explanation that makes no sense.
19, and I went to New Mexico State University, and I just
Why
go
did
into
he
this
even
office
say
with my
that?
brother, and there's this guy just sitting there. Just so tell me, what's going on? I say, oh well, sometimes at night I see people, and like legit, it was like the span of like 30 seconds. I say, oh yeah, you're schizophrenic. Here, take these pills. And I'm like, okay, it was literally like a 30-second conversation. Got medication immediately. And then I go to my fucking room and I take this medication, and that almost causes me to kill myself. Like, dude, I feel like we were so
my opinion on therapists are that 5% of them can save your life and the other 95% of them can kill you.
Oh yeah.
Like, you need a good one if you're gonna.
What? 5% can save your life, but 95% can kill you? Damn. Must be really lucky then. Holy shit. Close call with death right there.
To get one, you need a really good one.
Yep. No, I agree.
Yeah.
And
What?
it's crazy because then once this person affirmed, like, you are schizophrenic, I'm like, oh, I am. And then everything became worse because then I'm horrified of my own mind. Because then I'm like, oh, okay, well, now I have all these weaknesses. So, no, I mean, yeah, it's very dangerous, bro. It's very, very, very dangerous. I feel like people, like, really need to do a lot more studying and need to be listening to a lot more of their perspective before they just go around handing around prescription drugs that fuck with the chemical balance of your fucking brain.
And look, man, speaking of drugs and chemical imbalances, there were like 4 instances of transgender violence in the last week in North America.
Yeah, I saw that.
Like-
there was even there was a transgender person who, like, stabbed like a little boy in the throat, was laughing about it.
He stabbed 2 kids apparently.
Yeah.
And he was released on bail. He's not in jail.
What?
Yeah, they were just like, oh shit, that sucks. Anyway, your court date is, in a month. You can go.
Jesus Christ, bro. That's fucking horrible.
Yeah, there was also a mass shooting in Canada, killed 10 people, injured another 25. There was another one in a hockey rink, shot his ex-wife and child.
I heard about that one. Did he
there was
kill,
another
he
guy
killed,
in
he killed
California.
himself after, right? Or no?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's the age-old saying, mercy to the guilty is punishment to the innocent. It's nuts,
Yeah.
man. I mean, and it's really sad.
It's so sad.
Yeah, because I love our country. I love America, but there's so much corruption in the officials that are supposed to be running it. It just doesn't feel fair at all to the American citizen.
Fucking obsessed they love cock. Dude, they need to pull up their in hentai history, okay? You never know.
I mean, I talk to my chatters quite often, and I know a lot of them are like hardworking individuals who are like barely scraping enough to get by, and knowing that like the reason why so much of our economy is so fucked up right now is because America is trying to prove that we aren't racist by catering to all of these illegal immigrants, and there's people killing themselves on the street to protect illegal immigrants who are fucking. And our tax dollars are going to fund those people rather than taking care of the citizens of our country. And the worst thing is, this isn't.
I don't
just
think
America.
you realize how bad it is. It's so much worse than I think you think. It's so much worse because, like, if we deported 30 million illegals, let's say 30 million, all right. In an ideal world, we'd get 50 million, but like, let's say 30 million, okay?
Yeah.
All right. Think about the things that would get better overnight. So the housing market would go down. All right. Real estate would be cheaper and more affordable because supply and demand. You'd have free empty houses to sell, right?
Yeah.
Rent.
That's not how the housing market works. That's not. Oh, this guy lives in Tel Aviv. This guy lives in Israel. What do you know about Californian housing market issues? Well, why is everyone cosplaying as an American these days? It's so cringe. It's so cringe how everyone just tries to cosplay as an American. Oh my lord.
Would go down because now all of a sudden you have a surplus of apartments and not that many possible tenants, right? Because we deported, like, these 30 million people are living somewhere. So the entire real estate market would get better overnight if this happened. All right. The job market would improve overnight if this happened. Overnight. Why?
Yeah.
Well, a lot of these people are hiring people that are illegal in the country.
Because you can pay them less.
In fact, you can pay them less. You don't have to, write them down as paying taxes on their money. It's all in cash. It'll also increase the average salary in the United States because now, look, I want to hire someone to work at Starbucks, and I can't hire Jorge. All right, listen, I can't hire Jorge anymore, bro. I actually have to start paying people like normal wages, right? So it is a pretty insane traffic. Right? If there's 30 million less people in the country, traffic's going to be better. Gas prices are going to go down. All right. And it's everything, all right?
Yeah, and your grandpa is probably gonna fucking die because Social Security isn't receiving enough funding from undocumented immigrants. Like, yeah.
Dude, side note.
You ever go to the emergency room? You ever go to the emergency room
yes,
and you have to wait there for like 4 hours?
Yes.
It's mostly illegal aliens that don't have actual healthcare, but will get seen if they sit in the waiting room of the emergency room anyway.
Yep.
So whenever they have any issue, they just go.
Oh, when I go to the emergency room, and this is like in California, I'm gonna say this again. All I see are white people. All right, I'm just being real right here. All I see are white people in the emergency rooms. I'm sorry, but the immigrants don't even want to go to emergency rooms because they probably they probably want to they're probably used to fucking doing it locally or trying to treat it by themselves, which ends up with them dying, sadly. It's like, dude,
Straight to the emergency room. So
I don't
you won't
fucking
have
know.
to sit there, and we're doing this
Oh shit, I just ended my recording accidentally. Fuck
to
me.
kill ourselves because quite literally
Bro, dude, white people have like a fucking cough and they go to the emergency room. Brown people are like, I'm fucking bleeding out of my fucking arm stem and I'm not gonna go to the emergency room. Like, they will literally only go to the emergency room if they're dragged screaming and kicking by an ambulance, okay? Like, bro, like, what are we talking about here? Like, if anything, white people are like the fucking like paranoid ones that go to the emergency room nonstop and fill up like the fucking wait list.
Democrats are trying to steal votes.
Oh,
that's why they're here.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, we're on the exact same page with this.
Side
note, a little bit more happy things. Do you have a car?
Yeah.
Wait, I can't hear you. Do you say yes?
Yes. I have a car.
Can I ask what type of car you have?
I have a Tesla.
Me too, bro. It's the best.
Oh my! Wait, you got it?
I got it forever ago, bro.
I thought you didn't get it because Elon Musk didn't respond to you.
No, I don't care, bro. I was getting one of those. I was hoping I'd get Elon Musk to give me one for free, but I was like dead set on getting one regardless. I got one forever ago.
Oh, why don't you? Oh my god, Jesus Christ, the fucking infertile dick sucking is insane. What the hell? Damn, I didn't know I was listening to a podcast of like Elon's biggest cum socks. What the fuck?
Oh, bro, oh my god, I just press a button. Oh, dude, and I'm just cruising.
Dude, you never have to stop in a gas station ever again. You plug it in when you get home, and that's it.
They are the best cars ever. I got the performance.
I like them, man.
I got the performance as well, bro. I got 0 to 60 in 3 seconds. Oh my god, it is so. I didn't get the Cybertruck though. I was thinking about getting the Cybertruck. That's the one where I'm gonna wait for Elon to give me one for free.
That'll happen.
Yeah,
it'll happen. One day.
It will. But yeah, is there anything else you want to talk about? I was about to wrap up stream here.
All right. Well, in that case, to be continued, I guess. There are a lot more topics to talk about another day.
No, this was fucking awesome, man. Like I would absolutely love to do this. If you want to meet up once a week, I would love to.
I'm down.
Oh yeah. You're live on Kick right now or no?
No.
Okay. Are you going live later today or no?
Probably not. I was
Bro, this is actually so cooked. This is actually so cooked.
live early this morning.
Okay, well, hold on. Let me link your Kick channel to my YouTube chat here real quick. I don't know if you've seen this. You probably haven't. There's two creators in the gacha space right now who are legitimately suing each other over a false copyright strike. And I kind of want to give you the TLDR, and then from the outside perspective, I want to kind of get your opinion on who you think's gonna win.
All right.
So
it's like Ethan Klein. It's Israel Palestine, except it's over waifus.
Well, it's funny that you say that because one of the guys hired Ethan Klein's lawyer to sue the other guy.
No.
Yep. No, they're going full PvP. Yeah. So this all started because this new Arknights game came out called Arknights Enfield, and this one guy said it was bad, and this other guy got his feelings hurt. So these two have kind of been throwing pot shots at each other for like 2 years, and then this other guy called Mr. Pokey made a video critiquing, the state of content creators and how they're all liars, and used this guy's likeness in the video to describe like who a bad actor is. It was a 20-minute video. So the other guy reacted to it it was a 20-minute video. He reacted to it for an hour and 25 minutes and corrected the misinformation and defended himself and also shit on him a fair bit. And so the other guy said, I intentionally made that video because I knew you would react to it. So now I'm copyright striking your channel.
Yeah, that's a false copyright strike. He's going to lose.
There it is. And everybody who's a content creator knows that. Viewers don't get it.
Yeah, no, that's definitely fair use.
Oh, yeah.
That's he's toast. I mean, I don't know the situation. I don't know any of the people, but that's a false strike.
Absolutely. You just can't be doing that shit. And it's embarrassing because, dude, I've even tried to advise, and I don't even like this guy anymore. Maybe I would if he apologized and admit that he fucked up. But I am still trying to like take care of this guy because he's going to lose hundreds of thousands of dollars, if not maybe tens of thousands of dollars over this fucking petty ass lawsuit. But I spent the past like hour of my stream obsessing over this shit because it's like I've been trying to avoid this. I've been hoping they would move on, and this has now been going on for like 4 weeks straight of everybody in the guys just shitting on each other. But anyways, I've been watching a lot of your reacts lately. They're very, very, very good.
Thank you. Yeah, no, I've been doing.
Oh, he enjoys Nux Taku videos, like the completely unwatchable like slop. Jesus.
Way too much research on them. It's been fun.
What? Research? What is he talking about?
Yeah, DM me some of this shit too to research because that's pretty much all I do when I go offline too. Is I'm attempting to kind of right the wrongs of me thinking World War II was in the 1800s. But
look, read history, read the Bible, and make fun of retards. That's been my my favorite thing.
That's a good life. All right, well guys, that was Nux. Go check out his channel on YouTube. You're Nux and Nor on YouTube.
That's right.
And then
that's the one.
That's the one. Nux and Nor on YouTube. Nux Taku on Kick. Hope you all
actually it's Nux and Nor on Kick as well.
Yeah, I'm gonna DM you in like 5 minutes.
Great.
All right, peace, brother. Good talk.
All right. Well, bye.
Okay. Jesus, that guy is a shitty Jew, but probably secular and doesn't have much religious training. Well, yeah. Like whenever people do it like that, they're typically like fucking. When I feel like the people who weaponize their Jewishness the most are people who are most definitely like non-practicing, right? Because they get to feel good. Being the person to weaponize the J card, but then they don't put in any of the effort to actually appreciate Judaism or try to acknowledge the religion in its entirety. You just want to weaponize your ancestors and your great grandfather who died in World War II, or family who died in the Holocaust to use in your little gay little crusade against marginalized communities like today, right? That's oftentimes what I find. Okay, so on one hand, we have like conservative Jewish people who are like non-religious and non-practicing. On the other hand, we have Orthodox Jewish people who are unhinged, pro-settling, pro-West Bank, like fucking settler type motherfuckers, okay? There's like two sides. They're both heinous, okay? Like none of them are good, okay? They're both heinous, okay? Like serious, none of them are good, all right? But I'm just gonna say, all right, at least the Orthodox Jews are more Jewish. Like a lot more Jewish than someone like Nux Taku, right? Yeah, like I will say that. Okay, like the settlers are way more religious and way more like they wield their faith, and they probably are justified in doing so, right? Yeah, I don't know. I've got OnlyFans girl fatigue, and I've never used OnlyFans before. Huh? Where is that coming from? Also, you realize I was a former OnlyFans girl, right? I don't know if people know. I don't know if people know that about me. That I once was on OnlyFans. Yeah, for a short period of my life. Are you tired of me? What's going on here? The Big Frog said hating on OnlyFans girls gets old. Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, I'm not gonna deny that. It does get old after a while. Yeah, true. At least the Orthodox Jews are educated. Oh yeah. They're unhinged, but they're educated, okay? Yeah. Why are my messages not on screen? Huh? It shows right there. Right there. Morality of liberals is very similar regardless of religious affiliation, and the same applies to the mortality of conservatives and authoritarians. I have no idea what you just said. Oh no, I know what you're saying. Yeah, sure. Yeah, that's a common observation. They won't deny the Holocaust? True. Well, I mean, Nux Taku doesn't deny the Holocaust, right? Like, just to be very clear, Nux Taku didn't technically deny the Holocaust, right? Like, of course not. I mean, if you're Jewish, like you had a Jewish upbringing, right? Even if you're non-religious and you had a Jewish upbringing, you're still going to be like the last person to deny the Holocaust statistics, right? But it seems as though that it seems as though that Tectone might have something to say about that, if you know what I mean. Tectone might disagree a little bit, you know, about the statistics. Yeah, he did downplay it. Yes, he did. He did downplay it. Like he said, like the worst thing that happened was like about Hitler wasn't like the killing. It was the unless that was a joke. Unless that was a joke and I just missed it. But he said like the worst thing to come out of it is like making us look bad. What? Like, what do you mean? You're literally the other side. Like, literally, you are the other side. Like, bro, I'm telling you right now, you are the person that Hitler was sent to the camps. Like, by definition. Like, what are you talking about? Like, you think Hitler only sent the religious ones to the camps? You think he spared the non-religious people? The non-practicers? Like, okay. Self-hating individuals come from all walks of life? Yeah, of course. And I'm guessing that Nux Taku comes from he probably talks with a lot of actual Nazis, right? Like he probably unironically hangs around like neo-Nazi groups and probably gets a lot of anti-Jewish rhetoric despite being Jewish himself. And then, you know, he probably has, yeah, he's like the useful idiot. He's kind of like a useful idiot. Like Candace Owens and Blair White, right? Where, you know, he only exists as to further the agenda of people who genuinely want like a second Holocaust, right? In our new postmodernism era, the new Hitler can be Jewish himself. You know what? You're not wrong at all, okay? If Nick Fuentes can make it, so can a Jew. All right? Yeah, true, I guess. You can see Tectone cut out because the interaction got too awkward. Listen, okay? Tectone doesn't speak in words. He speaks in... Okay, that's crazy. Why did I say that? All right.